If it's on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. If it's on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. Hey, everybody. Hey, happy Sunday. Listen, let me clear my throat. They try to let me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been bad, but when I come back, no, no. Shout out to Amy Winehouse, girl. Ness, that's your new name, child. Amy Winehouse. Okay. They try to let me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome and good morning. Hey, Just Lovely. Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Hypnotic Touch. Hey, Miss Jarrow. Hey, everybody. Hey, youngest sibling. Hey, youngest girl. Hey, y'all. Hey. If it's on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. Listen. Oh, it's Monday. I'm sorry. It feels like a Sunday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Hey, ODS, it was. It is a whole mess. You hear me? I just got Amy Winehouse in my mind the whole time. She, girl, listen, Ness, you should go back to being Ness. You said your name is Ness. It's Ness with the mess, not Ness no mess. Girl, that was a whole mess. Ness with the mess. You hear me? Right, Ronnie Q, a hot ass mess. Hey, Miss Queenie. Hey, everybody coming in. If it's on YouTube, we're gonna talk about it. And you know me and my small channel. I'm talking about it. Okay. Woo! Woo! Anywho, no, I'm going to talk about what I woke up to see last night because I was over there enjoying Pizarro's live stream. Pizarro, good job. Good job, Pizarro. It wasn't a mess. Your competitions are normally not a mess. Yeah, some beef will come out of it, but people get their money and, things happen. Okay. Shout out to Pizarro. Okay. Round of applause. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. So, listen. Hypnotic, you think so too? Listen. Voodoo. Voodoo. Page in Voodoo. I need a whole drum over here as part of my set. Hold on. Voodoo. Voodoo, did you get your money? Voodoo. Voodoo. Page in Voodoo. Did you get your money? Did you get your money at Voodoo? Hey, Jailbird. Queen Cannabis says he's definitely dropping down. Okay, listen. Now, I started watching Ness's live. I was also watching Pizarro's. Okay, so her introduction. Let's talk about the introduction. Okay, hold on, because I'm not even trying to laugh. Girl, stop laughing, Carrie. Stop. Hold on. Let me hold on. Okay, I'm good. I'm in order. I'm doing like Dovey says. Stay in order. I'm in order right now. I'm back. Okay. Okay, I'm in order. Okay. So let's talk about her introduction. So Ness, first of all, without even hold on, let me stop. Ness did a good job promoting her show. She did. Let's give her that. She did a good job. She networked. She hit the panel. She went to the chats. She, she rallied up her team and people were, excited to be a part of it. She got her sponsors involved, and the pot was big, and she was, feeling herself. She did that, okay? She did. Miss Dovey was throwing tomatoes. Photo. Did you get your money yet? Photo. Photo. So she did that. I'll give her that. So she did a good job at like getting stuff in getting stuff together, organizing and stuff. So she did that. I'll give her that. Okay. Hey Baron. Hey everybody coming in. So I'll give her some snaps for that. She organized, networked, got everything together, from what I see. Now the introduction, right? Ness started off with her sound like very low. So we could barely hear her. But nevertheless, she started out and she was, all I wanted to do was have a seamless competition. Why? Why? And she started crying like, I don't even know. She went through so many emotions that night. I mean, last night. She had like a mini meltdown. She wasn't sure if anybody could hear or anything. I don't know what happened. She had her costume off and she was started off. I just wanted this to be seamless. Seamless. Okay, so we went through that emotion. Good morning, aka Lolo. Hey, hey, Connie girl. Hey, everybody coming in. Then she's okay. So when she got back and things were cool, she started to say, well, this competition is well organized, and I want to shout out to all the people who are involved. And she started to do her speech about how well organized her she started to talk about how well organized her contest was. And I was like, okay, girl, okay. And then of course the audience was there cheering her on because they were like, okay, don't worry, it's okay if you didn't start off good, just continue. She introduced the judges. Okay. Now, hey Chantel. Now she introduced the judges. Feel free to chat to each other in the chat, chat, guys. She introduced the judges. Okay. We saw Jay Wilson, with his hat. I don't remember what he said. Who he said he was representing. We saw the celebrity pig. We saw VS, who ironically was dressed as a pig. Oh my god. So VS came with her Halloween VS came with her I need to stop laughing. Come on, stop it. Let's be serious, Carrie. So VS is it coincidentally? Was it intentionally? What is it? It's not ironic. It's a word, okay? VS came dressed as a pig. And when I saw it, I'm like, what's the coincidence here? Let me put two and two together. Hey, meanwhile, let me see if I could fill this thing in. Hey, Lady Nika. Hey, everybody coming in. And I'm like, okay. So the celebrity pig is on the screen. Jay Wilson is on the screen. And then, boom, there goes VS in her pig costume. And I'm like, come through, girl. Woo! Anywho, and then of course there was Triplet Red X, TRX. He came, he was listen, Triple, let me give you a clap. Let me find my drum. Hold on. Go Triple, you slayed. Okay. So Triple came as the Joker. How coincidental. He dressed as the Joker. Was the Halloween contest a joke? So we had a pig costume and we had a Joker costume. Hey Shantae, hey everybody coming in. So he really did that. I'm not gonna lie, he did that. Okay. His costume was lit. Okay. And Ness then continued and she made a whole speech about how VS came to support, all of those other people were trying to talk shit about her. And VS came to support. So she was so, hey Red Afro, she was so happy to say that VS, we got a top person here coming to vote judge. We got the celebrity pig, we got VS, we got and she was like, she gave her mini speech and whatever. So yeah, that passed. Let's go to the contest real quick. If it's on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. If it's on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. So that was the intro. Hold on. Before anything, guys, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Ow. Thank you for renewing your membership, Deanna. Ow. Yeah, girl. So, let me talk about the contest, you know. So, we're reaching the contest part. Hold on there. So, let's go to the contest. The contest part. Let's go to the contest. The first contestant was Lovely Love. And I want to say Lovely Love did her thing. Lovely Love said she came as Snoop. So Lovely Love had a costume. Her costume was actually a skeleton suit, right? And her makeup, Lovely Love girl, your makeup was actually good for those who really looked, because she has the lighting and everything, you know. So she had her sound effects. Deanna said, "I heard it was." Woo, child. She chose the right name for her camp, finessers. You finesse the people out of their money. Voodoo. Did you get your money yet, Voodoo? Hey, Linda. Hey, everybody coming in. Just Andrea, everybody. Listen, Lovely Love came in. She did her thing. Her lighting effects was good. Her makeup was good. And she had her skeleton suit on. And I don't think she was quite ready because Ness just put her on the spot. You could hear Lovely Love saying, you put me on the spot, but okay. So she was like ready to roll with it, whether or not, because Ness just put her up. So she wasn't given any warning, but she stayed ready. So no music was played at first. So there were two attempts actually. No music was played at first, but then on the second attempt, music was played. But guess what? Ness keeps forgetting to put her contestants on the big screen. So the whole time when Lovely Love was there dancing and doing her thing, guess what? Hey, Voodoo. When she was there dancing and doing her thing, listen, there was no music. She wasn't on the big screen, I mean. And the chat was asking, put her on the big screen. If you go back to the chat, you can see the whole chat was saying, put her on the big screen. Put her on the big screen. Didn't happen. Anywho, so we had the judges come. VS was like the Simon Cowell of the judges. VS and Triple Red X, they weren't as impressed as some people were. They said that they expected more of a performance because like VS was trying to say, listen, there's money on the floor, all this money, and she's saying like people weren't putting out enough what they call it, weren't putting out enough effort, for the amount of money that they're supposedly gonna win. So that happened, and then Voodoo came on. Hold on, Voodoo, did you get your money yet? So Voodoo Badu came on and Voodoo slayed. You hear me? Voodoo slayed. Hey Nurse Shay, hey Angel Ray, hey everybody coming in. Voodoo slayed. And let me clap Voodoo for that one. Where am I? I need a real drum for this shit. Voodoo slayed. And the chat kept asking for a full screen. So unlike the music, you know what music she played for Voodoo? Speaking it to existence. I think that I'm just speaking it, the fairy tales, no lie, whatever that song is. And I think that Ness thought she was doing one of her intros because her intros are like 10 minutes long. That song did not end. It felt like the song was playing over and over and over. And Voodoo, he caught up. He was just dancing and stuff. Voodoo did his thing. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Ness got a little bit too caught up in the music with that song. I think you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think Voodoo's costume was Papa Leg, but let me know because the audience also kept saying that too. But when Jay Wilson was doing his judging, he was saying it was like Lenny Kravitz meets Death and Pirates of the Caribbean and all of that shit. He was giving some combinations of what he thought Voodoo's costume was. Voodoo, did you get your money yet? Anyways, and he said, you know what? Jay Wilson is so shady. Jay Wilson said that Voodoo danced like he needed his rent money yesterday. He said he was dancing like he needed his rent money yesterday. Okay. So that was that. And of course, VS did ask about a line in the song, and it made me think I should probably listen to that song again because hey Packdoor, hey everybody coming in. VS mentioned something, that a line from the song, and I've never really listened to all of it because If you at a just in earshot, you listen to that thing, you would have thought it was like one of those songs that are encouraging you to like speak stuff into existence. But she did mention about something about doing coke. Now tell me, does anybody know if that's a part of it? Did you Let me go back to the chat because I wasn't looking. Listen, did anybody hear anything in the song that spoke about doing coke? Is that what that song was all about the entire time? Let me go to this chat real quick. Did anybody hear that part? Hey, Nurse Shay. Hey, Jailbird. Did anybody hear that? Hey, Angel Ray. Hey, everybody. Did anybody hear it? I'm probably real far in the chat. Let me scroll all the way down. Hey, Voodoo, if you're in here, because I don't see you yet. I saw somebody saying hi. Hey, the Joy Queen. Oh, it's actually in the song. And this is her ex-boyfriend, let me tell you that. Just so you know, that's her ex-boyfriend. Hey, Kenna. Hey, Queen Cannabis again. Hey, Detach Myself. Good morning. There is, oh, Lord. The hell? Wow. She says that's her ex. And that's his song that she plays all the time. So that part, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Let me do like Ness. Wow. Wow, Ness. Wow. Hey, Mika, baby. Okay, so they said that's in the song, girl. Hey, Glama. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey to those in the clouds. My chat is open. It's not that serious for me. I don't think people understand. You can drop in the chat. Just be respectful. And I mean that. Okay. All right, let's keep going. So she mentioned that line was in the song, and she's like, that ain't a good thing. I'm thinking, Ness, that the next time you do something like if you do it again, it's okay for the contestants to play the music. So you would have had like a meeting with the contestants before so they could know what type of music they could play, royalty free music, I mean copyright free music or whatever, so they could play it too. Or you could have just done a simple thing and click solo layout. Your audio would have been just fine. You could still play the music, and all you had to do was click solo layout. That's all it was. You could have even did it so that you were the smallest one on the screen and made the other person bigger, you know? So I was saying to myself, like, do you mean to tell me that Ness gave the judges full screen, but not the competitors? So you mean to tell me you're gonna put the judges on full screen, but you didn't even try to see, if you could put all the contestants up on the big screen? Hey Aisha, hey everybody coming in. If I missed anyone, hey y'all, hey. Okay, guess who was next on the list? Somebody that nobody would have thought would be there. It was, that's my drum, y'all, Bambi. Okay. Bambi was a part of the show. Bambi the weirdo. And guess what she came as? Guess it. For those who didn't watch. What do you think Bambi came as? Bambi came as a deer. Bambi came in as a deer, and she wrote a whole shady poem, or what do you call it, and like an interior monologue. And she was like, she made a whole poem. I heard little lines in there that I could tell it had something to do with, certain studs in the sector, or mention a particular stud in the sector, or whatever. Hey, TC girl. Hey everybody, let me go back. I'm gonna stop looking at the chat. Let me go back. So I'm like, okay. And she actually did look good, might I add. But guess what? Simon Caldwell, aka VS, child, after her poem or whatever, VS wasn't feeling it. She was like, she made some shady comments. I can't remember everything, to be quite honest. But VS was like, she was more like a meerkat to me, not a deer. She said, like, why would you need to come and talk about your issues with Jay Dunn? It had nothing to do with Halloween. It had nothing to do with Halloween. So like Simon Cowell was killing it, to be quite honest. So that happened. But I think she looked good though, because what and for every time that VS was giving her commentary as a judge, she would say, sticking to the rules or sticking to whatever she said, the rules of the or the criteria of the judge that the judges have to use. So she said she was using that. Okay. So she wasn't feeling it. So she mentioned that, certain things did not need to be a part of it. It wasn't related to Halloween. Pastor gave her the name, instead of Maya Angelou, he gave her the name Bambi Angelo because of the poem and stuff. Woo! TRX loved it. He mentioned all of the good things that he saw, but trust and believe. VS was ready to be the whole Simon Cowell up there. You hear me? Okay, so we move on to Demetra. And we all know Demetra is like an entertainer at heart, hands down. You could tell. You could always tell. If you've been subscribed to her long enough, you could tell Demetra is a natural born entertainer. We can't take that away from her. And she was lit as usual. She looked good. Her music though, I'm not gonna lie, her music was very low. Hey Jill, hey everybody coming in. The music was low. It was a bit low when she came on and she was dancing. She had her microphone, so she had her props and stuff. She was dressed as Jessica Rabbit. So it was a sexy dress. Her makeup was really cute. Mm-hmm. Her titties, girl. Those titties were tittying. You hear? Did you see her boobs? They were tittying. Can you guys hear me? Testing, microphone check, 1 2, testing, because I'm using my phone and somebody keeps calling me, so I had to try on my laptop. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? I'm just doing an audio check real quick to make sure that you guys can hear me, because I'm using my phone. Somebody keeps calling me. Okay, cool. And is the sound okay, or should I go back to my phone? Oh well, I'll just continue. Continue. Okay, cool. Thank you, Strictly, and thank you, Ronnie Q. Thank you, Connie. Thank you all. Okay, all right. So yeah, that threw me off. Shit. So we were talking about Demetra, and I'm not a lesbian. Let's get that very clear this heat. I am not a lesbian. But Demetra, those boobs, girl. Hold on. Speaking about this heat, I gotta take a break for her. Hold on. One moment, please. Every single time, girl, you blow my mind. When
I think I love Very Terry. I send her love notes all the time or whatever. Come closer. I just need your coconuts.
Okay. that was for Heidi. Yeah. Let's keep going. So I was talking about Demetra and her dress. Okay. All right. Let me continue. I laugh too much. Okay. So Demetra did really good. She came as Jessica Rabbit. The titties were tittying. TRX liked it as a judge. She said she matched the screen because she had her screen in the back with, the pics and stuff. So that was cool. Like a stripper goddess. Okay, he said she looked like a stripper goddess. The only thing he said was that the lip sync needed to, it needed a little bit of work. Okay. So that was that on that. But listen, guess what? VS Simon Cowell answered, judged. And Simon was like, um, what are you doing with that background? It was VS. VS was VS in it. The commentary seemed a little bit harsh, but VS was VS in. She was playing her role. So, I'll just go with that one. But listen, as soon as Demetra finished, guess what happened? Ness did nothing else. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me remove one of these people here. Hold on. Hold on. Can you hear me? Is my sound okay? I guess I'm back. I think I'm back. Okay, let me continue where I left off. Would you believe that Ness paused the Halloween contest to drag Brianna? Did you hear me? A whole Halloween competition was happening, and Ness decided to pause so she could drag Brianna. Brianna wasn't on your live stream. Brianna wasn't in your chat. Why were you thinking about Brianna while it was time for you to do your to host your own show? That's the part I couldn't understand. That's the part I could not understand. Why did you need to be pausing your whole Halloween contest to speak about Brianna? Brianna was not there. Brianna had nothing to do with your competition, Ness. Come on. For what reason she stopped, I don't know. She was talking about how all the other judges look good and all of this and all of that. So she's paused to talk about how good the judges looked and also use it as a time to slide Brianna into it. Okay, so we move on from Demetra. We go on to UNC Girl. UNC Girl came as Maleficent. Listen, UNC Girl did her thing, but at the same time, I don't think the judges were very. I don't think she wooed the judges in any way, shape, or form. And it's more than one reasons, why that happened. And I don't think she noticed also that one of her horns were not horning. One, one of the horns were not horning. It was not working with the program. It fell flat. Um, so that happened. So UNC Girl, and I also think she wasn't given a chance to like do her thing because guess what happened again? Ness interrupted her. You see what I'm saying? Jay Wilson, when Jay Wilson was judging, Jay Wilson said that UNC Girl looked exactly like the character, but she should have sung the song or did some type of speech. And I think Triple agreed with that too. Via said that she loved the makeup and the costume, but she did, however, point out because if you really look, she had a Gucci belt on. So to the judges, for the belt for the most part was not appropriate, I think, for that costume. Do you know that Ness spent about 5 minutes in silence? So after the judges judged UNC Girl, there was dead ear. Dead ear. We were trying to figure out where Ness was. So we were waiting for Ness to return to her own live. She was on me. I don't know what happened. But when she came back, she said that she was on mute and she was like, oh, was I talking to myself the whole time? Was I talking to myself? There was dead air. And you know what? Ness came back again and she was cussing out the chat. Ness came back cussing out the chat. Ness's focus was on everything else but the competition. When you have moderators, you should trust them enough to take care of the chat. Isn't that why you gave them a stick? They should know what you're looking for, what you like, what you don't like, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Madam Scorpio. Hey, everybody coming in. As whenever you have moderators, you should trust them enough to moderate the chat. I know sometimes you're gonna want to see what's going on. I get that, but she came back and cussing people for their commentary, and I'm saying to myself, you unblocked some people so they could participate. No, you're blocking everybody for their comments because you were drunk the whole time. Let me tell you, Ness was pissy drunk. You hear me? And I don't want her ever speaking about Lovely Love being drunk or anybody else for that matter. She was there telling her mods who to block, who shouldn't say something. And then when she came back, she kept on asking UNC girl to come up. I like UNC. Did you get to come up? Come up, UNC girl. And everybody in the chat was like, she went already. Why are you telling her to come back? Why are you telling her to come back? The woman already came. The woman already came, Ness. Spam, you think it was a stunt? I think she was inebriated. I think she was drunk. And maybe she already had in mind that she was going to pull a stunt. But shit, the woman was calling. She said that wasn't alcohol. You think it was something else? Hey, Terry East, let me check my chat for a quick bit because I'm just looking out and talking. Let me see. Aisha said, I got timed out. Hold on. Aisha said, I got timed out for speaking. This is a beef sector, Aisha. This is how some of the CCs are. It's of late that some of them have been, relaxing their way of, um going at chat subscribers, because before all of this, subscribers couldn't say certain things in the chat. They weren't allowed to have different opinions. So if you didn't agree with them, they'd block you. And of course, Aisha, it may have also been a mod who was just waiting to time you out, girl. They don't allow people to say how they feel about stuff. You cannot expect everybody to feel the same way you do. And it is sad that as adults, you got to be hearing this at this point. Nobody needs to tell you that as an adult, that you're going to have other people who have different opinions. Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on. Mm-mm. You cannot be like that. Nobody should be telling anybody over the age of 18 that, listen, other people are going to have different opinions. Hey, Indigo. Hey, girl. Listen. Oh, yeah, Mildred. Lovely was pissed. I'm going to talk about that in a while. Listen, it was a whole shit show over there. She wanted the numbers. She got the numbers, but the numbers she got was to come and watch the shit show. And people were really rooting for you, Ness. They really were, because they know you got the talent. They know you're a funny person. They were really trying to support you. I don't know how people are going to feel after this. I really don't know. It's not my business. I'm just over here with my little channel that I love. And I appreciate my supporters. Let me tell you, I appreciate everyone who clicks my link, everyone who takes the time out to type in my chat, subscribe, share, whatever they do. I actually do appreciate my supporters. Support is support. And I don't just appreciate people who send me money, because that's not my thing. But the way you people act towards your subbies, it is weird. Weird. I tell you. That was a really weird type of situation. Anywho, we move from what's her name? UNC girl. Because guess what? After she came back telling everybody who to block and stuff, she got caught up with her friend who was in the background. And I think her friend is called Naima or Naima. I think she calls her Nia, because the other day when she came over here, I could hear Nia in the background saying she was gay for pay. That's the same person, right? Right, Ness? Ness was paying all the attention to her friend in the background. It was a whole distraction going on there. So apart from her being drunk or whatever she was under the influence of, her friends were also there in the background, and they were a total distraction. You hear me? She just couldn't stay focused. She kept saying people were trying to sabotage her contest the whole time. She was there talking about people were sabotaging her contest. Yeah, she was over there talking about how people were trying to sabotage her contest and all of that shit. And I'm like, why are you stopping your good a good thing? Well, what is supposed to be a good thing? I'm sorry, guys. My that was my phone. Yeah, why are you sabotaging a good thing to stop and talk about people who are trying to sabotage you? Why are you talking about people who are trying to sabotage your competition? Like, really? Seriously? That's what you were paying attention to? You were sabotaging your competition because you kept pausing to talk about Brianna, to worry about Pizarro, to worry about Bree's piercing on her nose, um, to worry about the people in your background and what was happening, and you were drunk as a skunk. Amy Winehouse, you were drunk. You were drunk as a skunk. You hear me? That was embarrassing. God, that was so embarrassing. Mm-mm. That was really embarrassing. I'm not even gonna lie. That was secondhand embarrassment. For to be quite honest, that was secondhand embarrassment. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. That was really bad. Anywho, so guess what? So the people in her background, Nia or Naya or whatever her name is, because I don't remember her name, she was in the background talking about she wanted to be a part of the contest. Ness was also there talking to her. I don't know if she was playing around or if she forgot that she wasn't muted. Ness was there talking about how she was naked. Ness was behind the screen talking about the fact that she was naked. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. Why would you do this? You're sabotaging your own thing. Oh my God. But guess what happened? At this point, Jay Wilson left. At this point, Jay Wilson bowed out of the competition, out of the judge. He relinquished his role. He said, I'm done. I am done. Jay Wilson came out, and for those who want to know, I'll give you a few seconds. I'll take a break. Go over there by VS's community wall. You will see she snapped a screenshot of what Jay Wilson said before he left. Go on over there and look. Go over there and look real quick. Let me know if you see it. Mm-hmm. Let me know. Do you see it? Jay Wilson left. He was like, I'm out of this shit. I am done. Jay Wilson, and I think by this time, VS left. I think my VS was like, listen, I'm just coming off the cusp of my cruise, my petty cruise. You think I'm gonna stay over on here and go down in this ship? If this ship is sinking, it's not gonna be with me. Okay. Jay Wilson cut. You hear me? Jay Wilson left. VS left. So there were two judges left. Shout out to TRX because he stayed. I cannot believe because of Ness's behavior, the judges dropped out mid competition. So here we started off with 4. Now we're left with 2. Oh, mm-mm. And Ness kept on calling for UNC girl to come up, but girl, she already competed, okay? Okay, let's move on to Lady Tia. Lady Tia was also a part of the challenge or competition, I should say. She came on as Maleficent. Ooh, you know what? I think I messed up. UNC girl didn't have a horn down too. I think it was Lady Tia whose horn was crooked. and she had a little bit of technical difficulties and so on. But Tia lasted like 5 seconds up there. I wonder how Tia feels. Darn. She had a little bit of technical difficulties, and Ness just overlooked it like nothing happened. I don't even think she understood what was going on. Lady Tia did not, her horn wasn't horning because it was crooked, it was down, and she didn't get to do her thing. So that was a bummer because I really wanted to hear, what was going on and stuff. But Ness didn't even tell her to come back or anything. She just brought up Black Swan. She didn't allow Lady Tia to finish. She didn't even allow the judges to judge. She did not allow the judges to judge UNC girl, or, well, no, not UNC girl, Lady Tia. It's like she was in a hurry to get the competition over. It's like she just wanted to go away. And you could tell because she did mention it at one point to say, I just want this to be over. I'm just done. I'm just done. I don't want to do this. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I hope you can hear me. So yeah, and she was just all over the place. She had all of that craziness happening in her background and stuff. She just brought Black Swan up without letting Lady Tia finish. She didn't allow the judges to critique what happened. She went on cussing. So Black Swan came up and did her thing. I didn't really hear her as clearly. She was doing like a little I don't know if it was a poem, but she was saying something, but I didn't really hear it so clearly. So Black Swan came and did her thing, but at the end of the day, well, night, morning, whatever it was, Ness cut her out too. Ness started over talking Black Swan, and she was cussing and talking about people wasting her time and stuff, and that's what you came up to come and do, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, wow, does she know she's not muted? I think she was actually cussing out Black Swan. So Black Swan was still on the screen. And Black Swan was like, who are you talking to? I think Black Swan was ready to cuss her out too. I think Black Swan was ready to cuss her ass out too. I think by this time, Black Swan was like, bitch, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me, girl? And she's like, oh, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about. It's like, okay. Okay. But that was weird to watch though. Because the woman didn't even get to do her thing. Yeah, it was her face. I'm like, what? Are you serious? So this is how you feel about your subscribers, about your contestants? Is this how you feel? This is how you're feeling? That's it? Is that it? You mean to tell me these people took their time out? Some people bought stuff or whatever they did to get themselves prepared, and this is how you treat them? Is that what you're telling me, girl? That's how you feel? For real? Is that really how you feel about the people who support you? You do know this is going to have some really serious repercussions, right? You do know that, right? I'm like, wow. Queen Cannabis says, I'm telling you, that wasn't just liquor. That had her sloppy like that. Jill said, I could have sworn she was talking to Black. I thought so too, Jill. I think she was talking to Black Swan. I'm not gonna lie. I think she was talking to Black Swan. I do. I think she was talking to Black Swan. Because why would she say it at that specific time? Why would she say it then? I think it was her. I think she was saying it, and then she caught herself and like, no, 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 sweetie, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking to you. And I'm like, what? Are you sure? I think she was talking about her. Mm-mm. That was crazy, though. I'm not even. Mm-mm. That was really crazy. I could not believe what I was witnessing. I could not believe what I was witnessing. It was really cringe worthy. You hear me? It was really cringe worthy. I didn't even know what to do with my, I'm like, I couldn't look away. I could not look away. I couldn't. I tried, but I'm like, it's getting worse. But you know how it is over here. You know how it is over here. People are gonna, keep looking whenever, something like that is going on. Sandra K said she was. She mentioned not you making use of the time allotted. There you go. How many people think she was talking about Black Swan? I think it was. I think so. I think so. I think so. Mm-mm. I think. How many of you guys think that she was actually talking about Black Swan? Be honest. She's drunk. She's not here watching. She's she's passed out somewhere, pissy drunk right now, or having a really bad hangover. You can type in the chat. It's okay. She won't see it. Those who are afraid. I'm, I'm not. Let me stop. Anywho, so let me see. Jailbird agrees. Mildred agrees. Hey, Louie. Listen, I think she was actually referring to Black Swan. I don't even care what she says. I don't care how nice she made it seem. I think she was talking to Black Swan, talking about how she was wasting time and all of that shit. And I'm like, wow, this is how you do your people. I would not want to see how you do your friends. This is why, man, I'm telling you, this is the way they treat people, I tell you. Mm-mm. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my supporters. I appreciate you guys. I'll tell you that. Well, I always do because it's the truth. Mm-mm. Wow. 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 Mm-mm. That was secondhand embarrassment. I was embarrassed for her. Wow. You wanted to do so good that you decided to drink. Was that for your nerves or whatever you decided to do? Smoke, drink, whatever it was, and that's what you wanted to do? That's how did it help? It didn't help. I hope you realize that drinking doesn't really help you. It didn't help you at all. Mm-mm. It didn't help you. Hey, Chocolate Cocoa. Jill said she couldn't breathe. All right, let me go back to what I was saying. So, by this time, we are already aware that two judges left. So, Black Swan and UNC all the way, as well as Lady Tia. We had Just Blaze, and Just Blaze did the damn thing. Just Blaze, you could tell she made her preparation. Just Blaze slayed. She was the goddess. She came, her costume, I think, was the goddess of the witches, she said. She had the props with her and everything. Okay. She had the props with her and everything. She had her speech. And would you believe that during the entire time that Just Blaze was doing her thing, do you know that Ness was laughing and over talking her the whole time? She was even asking Black Swan if she went up. So right in the midst of Just Blaze performing, you had Ness over talking her and saying, Black Swan, did you come up? Did you come up yet? But guess what? Black Swan just came off. She just came off the panel, girl. And in the midst of Just Blaze doing her thing, you were there asking Black Swan to come up. And I'm like, what? Just Blaze is trying to do her thing. Oh my God, it was a whole mess. It was a whole glorified mess over there. You hear me? It was a mess, a whole mess. Because she kept over talking some of the people who were performing and it took away from their performance. It took away from the experience that the audience wanted to have. People were waiting, staying up at night just to be able to watch this thing. She was very rude, Queen Cannabis. She was very rude to her audience. She was very rude to the contestants based on her behavior. Angel Ray says, I don't think she had any intention on paying all of them. A few people share the same view. Just, she only got 190. Just Blaze had her props and everything. Her little speech or whatever you call it. She had everything. Her costume was good. Do you know that Ness stopped again to cuss? Ness stopped the whole um challenge again to cuss out the beef sector. She's like, it's a beef sector. Things may be a little bit disorganized, but we're doing our thing. And I'm like, excuse me, Ness. Knock knock. Where's my drum? Hold on. Excuse me, Ness. You started off the show saying that your show is well organized and this and that and the other. And now you're saying, oh, it's the beef sector. Sometimes we're a little bit disorganized and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you said it, not me. As much as you guys talk about Pizarro, her challenges are pretty fine, if you really ask me. Anywho, so guess what happened? Lovely Love clicked the link. Oh my God. Lovely Love clicked the link. And would you believe, Lovely Love came up and Lovely Love is like, bitch. Well, she didn't say bitch, but Lovely Love was over it. Um, I don't know how Lovely Love came up and it was like, listen, I already took my makeup off. I washed my face. I washed, and you are over there visiting Pizarro's competition during your own show that you're supposed to be doing. Listen, and you know what? We call Lovely Love a drunk and whatever, but Lovely Love was right. Lovely Love was trying to point out to her that you are messing up your own competition and it's kind of getting longer than it needs to be because you're wasting your time pausing every few minutes to cuss your chat, to cuss Brianna, to talk about Pizarro. And at one point, they said you were over there by Pizarro. They said you were over there. Now, how are you going to be pulling off your very first Halloween competition and you're over by worried about somebody else's competition? Like, seriously? Are you serious? Did she say Ness went to visit? She went to go and look at a whole burger competition happening during her own show. You know what, Indigo? A lot of people wanted her to do well, but she effed it up for herself. Good morning, Diana. She effed it up for her own darn self. She should be pretty happy that those two judges decided to stay. She should be really happy. Like VS and Jay Wilson, they ducked out of that shit. They're like, I'm out. No, we didn't even hear them say it on the front page. They're like, we're done. We're done here. But as far as I can see, Jay Wilson typed it in the back. He was embarrassed for her. Ness was too busy comparing numbers with Pizarro. Like, you got your numbers, girl. Kudos to you, but it wasn't for an excellent competition. It was for the freaking train wreck. You hear me? It was for the train wreck that you had going on over there. Whatever you were under the influence of, you need to watch this video, your video, and that should be good enough for you to know that you should stop um doing whatever you're doing. That should be good enough because it's not the first time you came on a live stream like that. It's not the first. It is not. It's not the first time. For those people who thought, you didn't get a chance to do your thing the way you wanted it, Lady Nika will be having her her second annual Halloween competition. Just so you know. Just so you know. Lady Nika has hers coming up. Let me go to my community wall. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Lady Nika, the Den, will be having their second annual costume party. The mistress of ceremony, Lady Nika, will be there. And it'll be fun. Buddy Lee will be playing music. Okay. Buddy Lee will be playing music. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Come out in your best Halloween. Come out in your best Halloween costume. Come and enjoy the good music and whatever, because it is going to be a good show. Okay. So be there. Go to Lady Nika's community wall. You'll see it. Want to know the date? Let me go find it for you real quick. Hold on. Let me look at this real quick. Hold on. It is the 27th of October at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. 7 p.m. So it's even early. Okay. Please be there or be square. Let me move on. So that is that on Lady Nika's Halloween competition coming on. A costume party coming on. It should be really good. There will be no drunk mess happening. And even if they're drunk and drinking, they'll be happy drunks doing the thing. It won't be a mess. It will not be a shit show because it's going to go into its second year. Okay. I don't even know if Ness is going to have a second year of this shit show that she just hosted. You hear me? You. She says she's not watching it. Oh my God. With money on dot, no junkie stunts there. Yeah, and you will all get your money if you are winning, if you won. So please get yourself ready for Lady Nika's well organized Halloween contest coming up. Get your things ready. If you want to be a part of it, just let her know. I think you should go over there and type on her community wall or something, or I don't know if she has an email or whatever, but just go right there. Okay. Hey, Rising. Rising says she's a mad drunk. Hold on, D Love. Hold on. Did you get your money at Voodoo? Voodoo Badoo. Hey, Voodoo. Did you get your money yet? We're all asking. Voodoo. Voodoo. Did you get your money? The beef sector wants to know. The beef sector wants to know if you got your money, Voodoo. All right. That was that. Okay, so let's move on from Ness being drunk as a skunk. Hey, do you know that Just Blaze had to come back? So she had to ask for the link again. So Just Blaze had to come back and perform. And do you know that she still didn't put Just Blaze on the big screen for the whole on the full screen for the whole performance? I'm just saying. Just Blaze had like a really good setup. And would you believe that Ness started over talking her again? Ness was like, fuck these bitches, fuck these bitches. She's like, come, we're gonna get some hydraulics to the ground and gonna burn this shit. This was her whole drunk. She had a drunk speech about what she was gonna do the whole time that Just Blaze was trying to perform. You know what I'm saying? And at one point, Ness says she didn't want to be there. At one moment, she was saying she was naked. The next minute, she was saying, "Oh, I want to go. I'm getting ready to go out with my friends." So at some points, we heard she wanted to sleep, but for the most part, she kept saying that she needs this thing to end because she want to go out with her friends and have a good time. She was drunk as a skunk. You hear me? Another competitor was Blair, and I hope I got that person's name right. Um, Blair came up. So Blair came up and said, bring up the next contestants and then I'll be ready. I don't know what happened between that because maybe I looked away or whatever. I don't know. Do you know that Ness stopped the competition again to say F the burger and fries competition? She's like, fuck that, fuck. And she was all about what was going on over by Pizarro's. Pizarro and her people were over there minding their own damn business in that burger competition, even if they had two devices watching. But they weren't bothering you. They weren't bothering you, girl. And she was over there saying F the competition. F the burger competition. And she kept on saying, oh, my homegirl Naima, or what's her name? Nia. Niam, whatever her name is. Oh, my homegirl wants to enter the competition. And I'm like, if she wanted to enter the competition, Why didn't she say that from whenever when you were seeking like contestants? Why is she just gonna come and enter the competition like right now? Like how does that make sense? Out of nowhere she wants to be a part of it. Is it that you wanted her to win some of the money or something? What was going on? And do you know at one point I heard her say, I'll say that later on, because at one point when Naima or Nia, I'll say Nia or Naya, Nia or Naya, it's one of the two. Do you know that at one point when Naya got upset that she couldn't be a part of the competition, I heard said, "Okay, I'll give you some money then. I'll give you some money." Like seriously? Maleficent was the last contestant, so she did good. She had good. Her costume was good. She had her two dogs that were a part of it. They were dressed up too. The lighting was good. Listen, Maleficent's friend, her male friend. I don't know if it's her significant other. That person had the camera and doing their thing. Listen, by the time she did her little performance, I heard him say, "Take your shit, I'm out." And I'm like, what? Are we gonna get some more mess here to watch? He's like, "Take your shit, I'm out." He got pissed. I think he was watching the shit show and he couldn't believe he was a part of it. I think that's it. Whoever that man was, I agree with you, sir. I understand your feelings. My sympathies go out to you. the, the stress you had to go through to watch that shit. You hear me? Mm-mm. My God. My goodness. That guy was like, "Take your shit." And he was done. Um, that was a performance. The dogs were cute, like I said. 1 minute Ness wanted to sleep, the next minute. Do you know that at one point there was somebody else in the back, the soapbox. That's the name I'll give that person. The soapbox was in the back waiting to come up, but didn't get to perform. I think at one point she said that his device wasn't connecting. But guess what? At this point, she didn't even care. Ness did not even care that the person was supposed to, the soapbox was supposed to be a part of the competition. The soapbox must have spent hours getting ready to even find the costume or whatever. And you mean to tell me, after all the promotion and stuff, the soapbox wanted to do his thing and he didn't get the chance to come up? Listen, Ness didn't even care. She was more focused on who would get the money. Everybody, not only Ness didn't care, the judges moved on. Like, okay, let's move on. They started tallying up, they started discussing who should be first, second, or third. They did not remember Soapbox. Merp, merp. The judges just moved on with the scores, and I was like, okay, Soapbox. That was short lived. At one point, you could tell that Heaty or somebody, this Heat was calling her phone, and you could hear Ness, "Don't call me. I don't know why she's calling me. I don't. You don't care about me. You don't care about me. Why are you calling me?" And I'm like, okay, okay. You could tell it was this Heat. Louis says Kimmy deserved an award for her efforts. Listen, she said, "Do not call me." So there were more than one distraction. So not only did she have her neighbors in the background distracting her, she also had the phone going off. She was drunk as a skunk. She couldn't focus or anything. So she was there cussing out whoever it is that was, calling her. "Don't call me. You don't love me. You don't care about me." Um, and Ness kept on talking to her mods, telling her mods to block this person or block that person. And I'm like, what? What? She was focused on everything else but the competition, making the competition great. The alcohol took a hold of her. Um, Anywho, the winners were first place, Voodoo Badoo. Hold on. Voodoo. Voodoo. Did you get your money yet? Voodoo. 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 Did you get your money yet? Did you get your money? Voodoo. Come closer. Did you get your money? I'm not joking. I love voodoo, just so you know, but I just really wanted to know. So Voodoo came first place. Demetra came second place, and her name is not Demetria. It's Demetra. Tra. Demetra. Not Demetria. Because I kept hearing the celebrity pig saying Demetria. There's no I there. It's Demetra. 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 And I'm the one who can't speak English. I'm supposed to be the one who didn't go to school. I'm supposed to be lesser fortunate. I didn't get a good education. I can't spell for a shit. It's Demetra. Where is the I between the R and the A? It's Demetra. Demetra. Okay. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, everybody coming in. Okay, so first place was Voodoo Badoo. Second place was Demetra. And third place was Just Blaze. Okay. Okay, so guess what? Ness was so ready to end the live stream. Even after, the judges said who were the winners and whatever. The judges deliberated. They came to the conclusion that Voodoo and Demetra and Just Blaze were, the ones who should win. I don't recall Ness at any point in time as congratulating the winners or anything, because she was too busy. She was focused on everything else that was happening: the mods, the chat, Brianna, Pizarro, the other people in the back. Like, she was all over the place, so she couldn't focus at all, because she was really, I'm gonna say drunk for right now, because she did say she was drinking. But whatever substance you're abusing that night, last night, girl, you gotta stay away from it. You have to do better, Ness. You have to. You can. So she asked the judges for their final thoughts so she could cash at them, but she kept cutting them off. And then Naomi, if that's her name, Nia, was sad. Oh, Naomi, Nia was so sad that she couldn't enter. And Ness, I'll just give you some money, like to appease her real quick. Ness was so drunk, she took forever to give the people their cash apps. It was a whole shit show over there. She took forever. This is how drunk she was, that she could not send a cash app. That is how drunk she was. She couldn't focus long enough to send a cash app. And do you know that while the people were waiting on their cash apps, she was busy talking about Brianna and her nose piercing? Would you believe that? She was over there talking about Brianna and her nose piercing, wanted to be messy with the celebrity pig. She wanted to be messy with her, talking about how Brianna's nose was big and she could barely see she could barely see the piercing and whatever. I'm like, what? Aren't you supposed to be congratulating the winners? Like, at no point did she congratulate anybody. That was crazy. Do you know that Ness said drinking whiskey made her pussy wet? And you should ask this heat. She said that. I am not lying. You could hear that. You could hear it on the video. Ness was saying that drinking whiskey made her pussy wet. She said it. And she was like, as this heat knows. And I'm like, wow. I had to pull a Ness on that one. I'm like, wow. So you're telling us all about you drinking whiskey and what it does for you? Are you serious? Oh my God. That was crazy. I cannot believe I watched that. This is why I barely watch TV. The drama is unending over here. You think so, the Joy Queen? Aisha, you heard it too, right? It's right, Aisha. It's like she knew her friend was going to do so well, because if you notice, she said she did her hair and her makeup or whatever. So she was also there talking about how she helped her friend to get ready for the costume with her costume. So apparently they already thought that that friend would have won. So, the friend was kind of upset, and you heard her real quick. Uh, um I'll just give you some money. That was crazy. Hey, Ken. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Molly. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I think so too, Louie. She was, so I think both her friend and herself thought that she would place in the top three. So like she made her friend think that there was money for her too. Hey Willie, she tried on the crown and it was too heavy. Lesson learned. Right. So she could probably do best as for PR and those types of stuff. So she could always like set stuff up, but when it comes to actually being there and being focused to make sure the show goes on, you could do the planning, but that's about it. You could do the networking, you could do the promotion, you could do all of that, girl, but the execution, you made it a mess. Nobody made that a mess. You did. Nobody fucked up your show. You did. This was supposed to be your big moment. This was your time to shine, but you messed it up. You did. Catherine, you'll be surprised because people love the mess. They're still gonna keep going. The platform may even, grow because this is a beef sector. It's a mess that people like. So people love to see a good train wreck, shipwreck, whatever it is. So they'll go. Mm-mm. Louis says no scam. I think they already had a costume party planned and scheduled her competition the same day. Okay. Um, right, Indigo. It probably will. Because people like to see mess. This is what the beef sector is. So you're not gonna find people like with different content, that's doesn't include mess. You're not the numbers are not gonna be the same, you know? Last minute she wanted to have her friend in. And if she knew her friend was going to be a part of it, she should have mentioned that from before. She was so distracted during the whole event. It was so embarrassing. I was embarrassed. Coffee and Crime says, TV says, I watched the replay. Lovely Love's costume had the best, or was the best for me. Then Demetra, and then the lady that had the lights with the ball in her hand. I think that's just Blaze. Or was it, but what's her name? Maleficent, I think. I think. Okay, those were your top three. Ryzen says, and I think if she didn't get drunk, it could have been a great challenge. It could have, It was a lot going on last night. Yeah. A lot of people are not going to trust her with their money because at the end of the day, you not only disappointed your subscribers, you not only disappointed your supporters, you also disappointed those people who sent you their hard-earned money because they wanted a good show. You did that. Mm-mm. That's a good question, Miss B Town. Who would want to donate at this point? Who would want to donate for anything else that's coming up? They're gonna think it's gonna be another shit show. Oh my god. And even Lovely Love had to come up and say to you, you gotta do better, Ness. And essentially that's what she was saying. Like, listen, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to sleep, I'm ready to do my thing. I washed my makeup off, girl, get this thing going. That's basically what Lovely Love was trying to say. And they told her to take Lovely Love down, but Lovely Love was trying to say, stop focusing on what Pizarro got going on. Focus on your own challenge contest that you got going on here. Lovely Love was actually talking truth right there. Mm-mm. She sabotaged her own event, and she kept saying that people were trying to sabotage her, and she felt like a whole winner because she got those star-studded judges. So she was like, okay, they came because they saw how people were trying to do me and they decided to come. But guess what? They left. You started off with four people. You started off with four judges, girl. And you ended up with two. Okay. You started with four and you ended up with two. You think so? I think she went out because did you not hear her say she needs to get off of this live so she could go have sex and get her pussy eaten? She said it, and I'm not lying. Go back to her live stream. You'll hear it. She said she wanted to go have sex and have her pussy eaten. Those were her words, not mine. Well, she didn't say eaten, she said ate. But that's the past tense is ate. Well, it hasn't happened as yet, so she wanted to get, you know what I mean, whatever. Anywho, so after what seemed like forever for her to send the money, she sent the wrong amount of money to Demetra. She was trying to send some money to Voodoo. Voodoo gave her, I think his sisters Um, I think Voodoo gave his sister's Cash App for her to send it. Do you know it took about half an hour or more for Ness to even start paying attention to send Voodoo his money? Hold on one second. Voodoo, did you get your money yet? Voodoo, did you get your money? Did you get your money yet? This is crazy. This is crazy. Anyway, so she sent the money that she was supposed to send to Voodoo. I think it was 400 and something. I don't remember the whole amount right now, but she sent over 400. I think it was 475. She sent Voodoo's money to Demetra. Can you believe that? She sent the wrong amount to Demetra and she was like, oh my God, send me the money back. Send me the money. Send me the refund. Send me the refund, Demetra. That's Voodoo's money. And she was going off. Like that woman went through like 100 different emotions in that one live stream. You hear me? She went through so many emotions in that one live stream. I didn't know what to do with myself because I was watching in utter disbelief, but I couldn't look away. I couldn't look away. I just couldn't. I couldn't look away. So she was crying. She at one point she was crying, Demetra, send the money back. Send me the refund. And then the next minute she was like, come on, Demetra. That's Voodoo's money. And in the midst of that, she kept telling the mods to block people for their opinions. Who said that? Who said so and so? Mods, block these people, block the. And I'm like, what? But Demetra sent the money back. She sent the money right back. She sent it, and I think it was send the money back less 15. So she took how much she was supposed to get, and I heard them say that it was less $15. So I think she sent back $175 and she took the 300. Um, but I must say this though, that go to Demetra's wall. Demetra actually showed a screenshot later to show that she did send it back, but she sent $14 back because guess what? At one point, when Ness claimed she was gonna send the cash apps, she told everybody to send her a request so she could see their cash apps. But guess what? Demetra did send her $1. So girl, take your dollar back. She deserves that $14. So Demetra did send her her money back. So for those who are gonna be out there talking crap, she sent her the money back. Okay. So just so we don't have that going on out there that Demetra took $15, because you know how the beef sector is. You know how they are. Okay. So she sent that money back. Okay. Voodoo was supposed to get 475. He actually emailed her the Cash App and she kept on saying, yeah, I got it. But it took her forever to give that man his money. I still don't know. Voodoo kept checking with his sister, calling her to see if she got it because Ness kept asking if he got it. But at the same time, she didn't send shit. So why did she keep asking if he got it? You know? And of course, she took the time out to talk about how she wanted her pussy eaten. So she was over her own competition. She was over the challenge. You could tell she didn't give a rat's ass about what was going on. Like I said, it took over 30 minutes for Voodoo to get his money, but still. Voodoo, did you get your money yet? I'm just saying, I don't even know. Till this minute, we don't know. We still don't know. It's about to be 9:30, and we still don't know if Voodoo got his money. His Cash App was literally on the screen. So even if she couldn't, he kept telling her what to put in and stuff for his Cash App. But if you looked on the screen, Ness, this is how drunk you were. Voodoo's name on the screen on the panel was his Cash App. His Cash App was right there on the screen, and you were too drunk to see it. She kept forgetting, and I'm going to put forgetting in air quotes, to send him the money. His Cash App was literally on the screen. You could see it. That was his name. That was his name. And you had to go through all of that to send him his money? Are you for real? Are you for real? Oh my God. Are you for real? Then you had her friends in the background. Now, this is the real cute part. Her friends kept distracting her in the background. No, Ness, I could hear three names. There was Nick. Nick was a nerd. You could hear Nick in the background. Her friends were distracting her the whole time, calling her. Naya or Nia was threatening to leave her and go out. So Ness was worried about going out with her friends. Her friend Nia or Naya. She was so worried about whether or not Naya was upset and is Naya gonna leave her or whatever? Because Naya was obviously upset, and I can't say visibly upset, audibly upset, because maybe she was supposed to leave at a particular time with Ness to go wherever they were going, or maybe she was upset because she wasn't able to be a part of the challenge. I don't know. But her friend was there, kept calling to her. But there was this guy in the background. And by this time, I was too busy eavesdropping. You hear me? I was too busy putting my ear to the phone. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we have Nick, we have Rashawn, we have the stray cats, we have the cat balls, we have Nia or Mia or Naya, and those were the people we had there. Okay, the wife was Esther. You could tell Nick was a nerd because Nick was there saying Nick was saying, what was he saying? So they were behind her fighting. Let's just get that. They were there fighting behind her. Nick was saying that he's gonna get the prosecutors involved and all of that shit. So Nick said, "You beat my ass and you threatened to rape my wife. Rashad beat my ass." Nick was like, he threatened to beat my ass. He threatened to R word my wife. Those neighbors had a lot going on. Those neighbors have a lot. Listen, those neighbors living in that particular area that she is, there would never be a dull moment because there was a lot going on. Nick was saying that Rashawn kept opening the door. Like Rashawn kept opening the door. He said he wanted to have sexual intercourse with my wife. Well, he didn't say sexual intercourse. I use that S. Let's use that three-letter word. He wanted to have sex with my wife. So he was there saying that. So we could hear all of this. So this was, what do you call this? This was like we were getting entertainment some within the entertainment. It's like a halftime show. It was like a halftime show because Nick and then Nick was he was talking to weird. You could tell Nick is a nerd. Nick he this is why I have the prosecutors up the charge on him. I have charges on Rashawn because he beat my ass. He destroyed my cat balls. I'm like, what? It was like I was there, and I'm like, what, Nick? What do you say, Nick? He destroyed your cat balls? Nick said you'd had to be you. There was nobody else who would have done that. Nick said he contacted the landlord. You hear me? Nick said he contacted his landlord to find out who did it. And the landlord was like, well, the maintenance crew didn't move those balls, so I don't know who did it. Can you imagine contacting your landlord to talk about who moved your cat balls? Nick was so upset because he feeds stray cats, and he was upset because he thinks Rashawn is the one who broke his cat ball. Woo! So Nick was upset because Nick is obviously afraid of Rashawn. I even got their names. You hear me? That's how much I was paying attention to the background. That was like intermission. You hear me? That was like a whole show within the show. There was a lot going on with those neighbors in the back. And those neighbors didn't even have the common decency to, like, wait until she finished what she was doing or something. They were just there. They were just there creating a whole lot of drama in the back. And Ness herself was already drunk trying to play peacemaker. She was even at one point Ness paused her whole show so she could be the mediator between the guys who were fighting. And I'm like, wow. And with all of this going on, Voodoo didn't get his money. You hear me? Voodoo still didn't get his darn money. You hear me? Well, that is true, Aisha. That is true. She didn't respect her show enough because she was talking to them the whole time. Some of the time she was muted. So, like, how would they even? Well, you got a point right there, to be quite honest. So, all of this was going on, and Voodoo was still not getting his money. She left her judges on the platform for a good little minute while the show was going on. She just left her show. She just left her show. Like, how do you win and lose at the same time? So you're winning with the numbers because at least 1.6, I think, was in the chat. So you're winning with the numbers, but you're losing at the same time because whatever respect anyone had for you, whatever, people were anticipating this thing. Thank you, Connie. Whatever, people were anticipating this event and whatever, and you lost them because you didn't respect them enough to stay sober. You didn't respect them enough to, like, focus on the competition that you had. You were focused on everything else. We could have understood if there was a little technical difficulties or whatever, but you were focused on everything else but your competition. You were focused on the chat. You were focused on Pizarro's challenge. You were focused on Nick with the cat balls. You were focused on Nia or Naya or whatever her name is who wanted to join the competition. You were focused on getting your box eaten. You were focusing on all those things and you weren't focusing on your challenge. You had about 1,600 in your chat and you were looking at everybody else and what they were doing. Byron, it was a lot. It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess over there. Oh my God. She was I get being messy and stuff, the playful manner that she is. She's a playful person, or when she's ready, funny and stuff. But you mean to tell me that you are more focused on other people's competition going on? You were so focused on what Pizarro had going on. Listen, Jay Wilson went live this morning, and Jay Wilson said he was out of that bitch. He was out of there. He was like, when he noticed that Ness wanted to bring up UNC girl, and he's like, this is it. And UNC girl said she wanted to go because the makeup was going. Ness did not realize that UNC girl already went up. So Jay Wilson was pissed to the highest festivity. He was like, I'm out. Listen, I'm going to go shower and go to bed. I got work in the morning. It was a damn hot mess. So you're going to get all the numbers you want for the wrong reasons. All for the wrong reasons. Jay Wilson was upset with you. In my opinion, girl, you did not seize the opportunity. I think that's one of the reasons why he's upset. You didn't seize the opportunity. You didn't do what you needed to do. So he was like, you gained a large audience because of the spectacle. So the people weren't necessarily laughing with you, they were laughing at you. Jay Wilson said, what did he say? So he talked about the fact that the audience that you got was for that. He also said that people took the time out to come there. They took their time out of their day, their night, whatever, their family to come there. And you didn't even respect them enough to stay sober. You didn't even respect the contestants, the judges, the people all these supporters you had, the judges, and you didn't stay sober long enough to run the competition. You didn't stay sober long enough. You insulted the judges and the contestants. So that's one of the reasons why Jay Wilson said, you know what, I'm done with this shit. He came off. You started off with 4 judges and, you were left with 2. Shout out to Triple. And for those who want to know, go look on VS's community wall. You'll see the back chat posted there. And Ronnie Q, I saw your back chat too. Ronnie Q, you're learning a lot of stuff from J Dunn, girl. Well, as much as people don't like Pizarro, shout out to Pizarro. Her challenge went well. I'm going to go finish watching the rest of it because I was so busy watching the shit show that I didn't finish watching it. I don't know if Lady Law won. I'm going to go look. I'm going to go finish watching her burger challenge because they were minding their own business over there. The people who won, I'm thinking they got their money. And normally, when Pizarro does her challenges, it's not a problem for the contestants or the winners to get their money. Why was it a problem over by Ness? You know? Right, Aisha. You're so right. Right. Shout out to TRX. Lady Law, ooh, she won. She didn't come to play. She did not come to play. I was watching the beginning of it. Lady Law, congratulations to Lady Law. She didn't come to play at all. She was serious about her thing. She was calm and just doing her own thing. At least Pizarro's, as much as people talk about Pizarro, at least even if there is mess on her panel, even if there is mess on her challenge, the people are entertained. She tries to keep the order. She's not drunk and cussing her mods or her supporters in the chat, or she's in there cussing people out. She isn't over talking the contestants while they're doing their presentation, you know? And more importantly, they get their cash app. If they win, they get their cash app. Everybody got their money, you know? So at least Pizarro does her thing, and she's not worried about what else. Well, we do know she's a little busy because she busybody because she'll be in a chat in her live, and she's always been like that. For those who were subscribed to her from she just started. She's always been like that. She'll be in a live and she'll be over in another live listening, or she'll be listening because she always wants to get the intel. So that's always been, well, from what I've experienced when I first subscribed to her. How many years has it been? 2? How many years has it been since she's had her channel? I don't know. 3? Probably 3. 3, I think. Yeah. So even if she was gonna go look at somebody else's channel and what's going on, at least her challenges went on okay. You know? At least her challenges go okay and the people get their money straight, right? The people get their money. Ness, I'm hoping that you go ahead and watch this. This wouldn't be the first time you act like this on live because you've done it before, especially when you fall out with this heat. You could tell that you're drunk. Sometimes I think it's drunk. You're drunk, or you guys are running plays. You guys have cussed each other out on here before, and then you are fine after that because you've had a little to drink, or you were high, or whatever you were smoking. I don't know. So we've seen you do this, but this was the worst it's been. I don't know if she's gonna take another, walk away from YouTube like she did the last time, or she's gonna stay and deal with this thing head on. I don't know, but whatever you do, Ness, you have to do something different. You cannot keep doing this. And when I saw how you were acting last night with the alcohol or whatever, I kind of figured out why some of the stuff that is happening has happened. And that's all I'll say. Alcohol only masks the problems, it doesn't solve them. Always remember that. It's okay to drink alcohol socially or whatever, do your thing with your friends. But always remember when you have those problems, the alcohol doesn't fix it. It's not a solution. It masks the problems and it does not solve them. So when you're sober, it helps you to address those problems head on, because there will be clarity. So you'll be able to think clearly and, make good decisions. But when you try to mask those issues with alcohol, it doesn't work in your favor. Alcohol takes the control away from you. You have to be in control of your life. Okay? You have to be in control of your own life. You cannot hand your life's choices and so on alcohol. It takes your control away from you. And you have to be sober to be able to make, you know, good decisions. Do you know that drinking a lot has like real serious it gives you like there are so many issues that can come up if you drink too much. It can cause cognitive changes. It can give you problems like I don't even want to say it, but it's true. It causes memory problems for some people. We've seen that on here. I'm not trying to knock anyone down, but we've seen that it can cause things like that. It slows your reaction time, and that is why it's not good to drink and drive. You don't have it makes you have problems controlling your behavior, and I saw that tonight because you went through so many emotions tonight, last night, whatever it was, early this morning. um, you were not able to control your behavior. You were upset at the chat. You were pissed off at how long the competition was going on because you wanted to go out and, in your words, go have sex and get your pum pum eaten. You know, you were not able to focus. And that is what alcohol does to you. Well, most substances, that's what it does for you. And it does get worse over time. And for those people who are, people who may have issues with certain substances, I just can't imagine how they felt, watching that. Right, the Joy Queen, liver damage. So you got to think about you. Think about, so think about sobriety because this is obviously not the way for you. You do not need alcohol for courage. So whether or not you were nervous about, the competition that you had going on and stuff, it was important for you to stay sober and in control. So the alcohol, it, it wasn't helping your nerves at all. It just made matters worse for you because you were not in control of the panel. You were not focused at all, you know? So that was not a good look for you. You should not just go by Ness anymore. It should be Ness is Mess. So your name is Ness No Mess. We're changing it to Amy Winehouse or Ness is Mess. We could probably vote. Should we change her name to Ness is Mess or Amy Winehouse? It's one of them. I don't know. Amy Winehouse. Right, Diana? You need your liver to live. Stop doing that to yourself. You're an adult. Nobody needs to tell you what to do. Of course, people drink and have fun and, drink socially or whatever. But you have to be in control. And if you wanted your competition to be successful, you could have waited. You could have waited until the end of your or your what do you think we should do for her name? Because it's not just Ness. We gotta add something to it. Do we call her Ness is Mess? Is this her name? Ness is Mess or Amy Winehouse? Let me drop that in the chat. I should probably do a poll. Give her a name. Is it gonna be Amy Winehouse or Ness's Mess? I should probably do a poll on you, girl. I should probably do a poll. Hold on. I am going to do a poll. What is her name going to be? Ness is Mess or we just going to stick to Amy Winehouse? Should we stick to Amy Winehouse instead? Let's see. Let me take a quick break while I set up this poll. Let me take a quick break because I'm going to set up this poll. Remember, nobody knows who's voting, so you could go ahead and vote. Quick break. Okay, I'm back. Woo! Okay, I am back. So I put the poll in the chat for those who are up there in the clouds. Nobody knows what your vote is whenever you vote. So nobody knows what your vote is. Go ahead and vote in the poll. What name do we give to Ness after this shit show that happened? Do we now call her Ness is Mess? Do we now call her Amy Winehouse? Or do we call her, what's the other name I gave? Halloween, hold on. Halloween Drunk? I don't know what I wrote. Probably having a Ness moment right now. Hold on. What the hell did I write? Oh my God. I can well imagine what this heat is, you know, behind the scenes saying to her. They must have had a whole blowout last night. Dang. That girl was so truthful, and they say a drunk people speak sober thoughts. Hold on. They say a drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. And the fact that she kept wanting to end her live stream, her competition, the fact that she kept saying that, it spoke volumes to me. That she wanted to leave because she wanted to go have sex and do whatever. It says a lot. It said a lot. That's all I gotta say. Some people say they prefer Halloween Drunk. Okay, that's what I typed. Okay, cool. I want to go see what they said. And I don't even feel like bashing her either because that was a sad situation. And people do make mistakes and stuff, but I would want to think that you want your first competition to go well. So you would want to make sure that you're, in control. You know, you went and you decided to get drunk. You went and you decided that you want your friends to be there distracting you the whole time, fighting in the background, all of that shit. That's what you did. You didn't care. You didn't care at all. That is crazy that you didn't care. You had no respect for the people who joined your competition. That's all I got to say. You had absolutely no respect for your competitors, for your judge, for your supporters, or for your donators. They gave you their hard earned money. Well, we don't know if we got some rich people behind there who are, we never know. But I'm just saying, you didn't care about the people who were supporting you to the point you wanted to leave them. To the point you were like telling the people in the background, telling your friends that you're over it and you want to finish. That's what you did. Guys, go ahead and vote on the poll in the chat. Nobody knows, what your vote is. They can't see it. It's totally anonymous. Go ahead and vote. So far, we got 25% saying Amy Winehouse. We got 50% saying Ness is Mess. And the other 25 is saying, okay, we'll go with what's it called? Um what's it called? Hold on. Halloween Drunk. Are you for realness? You didn't even take the time out to be there for your audience at all. I can't see the poll at all. Hold on. I cannot see it. 52% says Ness is Mess. Dang. Aisha says, I don't want to rename her. I'm going to give her a little grace. Okay, okay. You could have Bob. Yeah, I don't really want to like, hey, Jaden. I don't even know if I want to bash her, but she wasn't respect. She didn't respect these people. Like she did not. I'm saying my. I repeat this so often. She did not respect her subscribers, her supporters. She did not respect the people who sent her money. She did not respect the judges, and she did not respect the contestants. She would have not been pissy drunk on her own live stream, and it was her first ever Halloween party, and that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do? Oh my God. Vengeance says, ooh, vengeance. Ooh. Oh, she did, Aisha. Ooh, I should have probably thought about that part. I was only thinking about the song when I put that name in. I'm not wishing that for her at all, though. At all. I should have thought about that part before I put the name in, but I was just thinking about the song. They try to let me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no. Yeah. But that was crazy though. I'm not even gonna lie. I still don't know if Voodoo got his money. Voodoo. Did you get your money yet? Voodoo. Aisha says, let me go back to these comments. Aisha says Ness was disrespectful as F last night to any and everyone. She'll never see a pot that large again. Yeah, she would have to do like a lot of damage control and stuff for people to want to do any type of donations again to anything she got going on. And I'm not gonna lie, this is not my first time hearing her say that she didn't want to do a live stream. I've heard her before. She's like, I wasn't even gonna come on here. I just came on here for the cash apps. I swear to God. I swear I heard her say she was like she had no intentions of coming live, but apparently the cash apps are good whenever she comes live. So she said, she only came live for the cash apps, and I'm like, wow. You could have muted when you were saying that. You did not have to let your supporters know that you were using them like that. You mean to tell me you came on and said that? I, I'm just here for the cash apps, and I'm like, wow. I don't even know if she. I don't think she knows some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth, and I'm like, is that how you feel about your supporters? That's the only motivation for you going live. And then tonight, you just wanted to leave because you were over your very own competition. You were over it because at this point, you wanted, in your words, to go have sex and get your box eaten. Those were your words. That was disrespectful as fuck. She was in a rush to end the live stream. She just ended the live stream abruptly because she didn't even stop and say thank you to all the persons who participated. She didn't thank the judges. She didn't even wrap up her own show. Well, and while I can understand that there was stuff going on in her background, she could have, closed the door, asked them to, be cool for a little bit so she can end her show properly. Uh-uh. That is crazy. That is so crazy. It is really bad. So that's it. I think I'm gonna be ending my live stream soon. I had dropped my link earlier on. I can't believe I've been talking this long. Who would have known? I dropped my link. If anybody wants to come up, you can. Cause I just talked about what I saw. I'm dropping my link again. I'm not sure. I can't see from StreamYard if the link is pinned. Here's the link. If anybody wants to come tell me what they thought about the shit show last night. Unfortunately, we have to call it a shit show. It was a drunken mess. And I think she had a lot to think about while she was on. I think she was worried about the competition with Pizarro going live at the same time as her, to do her competition. She was too worried about Pizarro, too worried about Brianna, Too worried about people talking in the chat, having fun, and saying how they felt. Too worried about the people in her background who were, distracting her. And I think at one point, what also got her upset is when she found out that two of her judges left. So it was a lot for her. Because Jay Wilson ran out of there. VS ran out. They were like, we're not going to be a part of that. Thank you, Aisha, because I really want to know if he got it. Because it took her over half an hour because I was there checking the time and I'm like, when are these people going to get their money? In particular, Voodoo. Because he won first place and he still didn't get his money up to the end of the live stream. Oh my goodness. I got somebody in the back. This person was in the chat. And you know how it is. I have to keep my overlay. Hold on one second. I have to keep the overlay up. You know why. Hold on.
This is Vengeance.
Hey, Vengeance. Welcome.
Thank you.
Interesting name. What made you decide to choose that for your name, though?
I have a lot of vengeance.
You have a lot
A
of
lot of
vengeance?
motherfuckers to pay on YouTube.
Oh, Lord. Now I know who this is. Okay, let me remove the overlay. Go ahead. What's up?
It was a shit show. A real
Why do you
shit
say
show.
that? Why do you think it was a shit show, though?
Because why would you cuss at your supporters? Why are you drunk? Why did you send the money to somebody else?
Right. It was embarrassing. Go
That
ahead.
is amazing. But you want to say somebody else want
Oh,
to
your
steal
sound
money.
went out. Your sound went out. Repeat what you said. And I think we're all two white bubbles on the screen. I'm gonna refresh. Can anybody see? All I'm seeing are
No, I
white
am a white bubble.
avatars.
Yes, I'm a white bubble. I want my vengeance. That's my name. Vengeance. It's gonna stay vengeance until I get my revenge. To all the motherfuckers on YouTube in the beach sector.
Who
Okay,
are
that's
you
all I
trying
have
to
to say.
get? Who are you trying to get vengeance from? Like what
I have a
happened?
lot of vengeance against motherfuckers on YouTube, especially in the beach sector.
What
Especially
happened?
the beach sector. You will find out on October 27th.
October. Ooh. I guess I need to put that date down. Is it something big that's gonna happen, girl?
Oh yeah, I'll make a lot of motherfuckers cry.
Ooh. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so October 27th.
Who the hell is
Oh
Tracy?
wow. I am gonna take I'm not sure if I'll be available on that day, but I'm pretty sure I'll hear because I got an event a situation coming up on that day. But we'll see how it goes. So you say you're gonna get your vengeance.
I'm gonna
I'm
get
assuming it has something to do with your cake challenge, your bake off that was supposed to happen.
yeah.
Okay. So we gotta wait for 10, 11 days to find out. Okay. Wow, that's a lot
Yeah.
of time to wait in beef sector,
I'm working on some
time.
shit.
Oh, you're
I'm
working on
working on
some
some
ooh,
things.
dang. Okay. Well, I guess I'll be listening out for that. Let's see what happens.
All right, bye.
All right, thank you for coming up. I appreciate
Hmm.
you for coming up.
You're welcome.
Aisha, she's not saying what happened. She's not saying what happened, but there was supposed to be a bake off. Ooh, I forgot to ask her. Do you know that Tracy were Trey Vengeance? I forgot to ask you. Tracy asked me to be a judge. And I told her if it's organized, I'll be there. But then after that, I went to her channel and she was making she had three whole different judges. And I'm like, Tracy, didn't you ask me to be a judge? But I didn't say it to her on our live stream because I would. seeing one of the persons who was a judge, I would, well, two of them, I don't know if I would have done it. Vengeance. Listen, I forgot to ask you while you were up here. Didn't you ask me? Didn't you come over here in this very same on this very same platform to ask me to judge your bake off? Yes or no? I'm pretty sure you did, and I told you once it's organized, I'll be there. I'll be fine to support you. I told you yes, and because I don't like, you saw what happened with Ness. I like organized stuff, but then, hey, simply a queen, hey, beginning, hey, everybody coming in, and I'm like, okay, and then by the next day, I went and I was over there by Tracy's live, and I'm like, hold on. How did she ask me to do something, but I'm hearing three names for a whole judge already? And I'm like, okay, do your thing, boo. And now you're at the stage of vengeance. Now you want to have vengeance. You're seeking vengeance for those same people that you wanted to be your judges. So is the vengeance for your judges? Is the vengeance now for your judges? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm dropping the link for one more person and then we're gonna go because we've been talking about this Halloween mess for a while now. So let's see what happened. Oh, it's not going to be for them? Okay, okay, cool. I'm about ready to end the poll. There's a poll for those who are just coming in. I'm going to go see what the numbers are. I'm going to end the poll. So if you didn't vote just yet, go ahead and vote. We want to know what Ness's new name is going to be. Okay. Oh, Diane, that was a good one. Ness Winehouse. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to end the poll right now. We got 44 people in here and we got 42 votes, I think. Yeah. I'm going to end the poll right now and let's see. Get your votes in. 43 people voted. Hold on. Okay, that's a good number. Everybody voted. Well, most people voted. Let's see. The poll. Tam ta da dam. Can you see it? Why can't I see the poll? Here we go. What should we rename Ness? 16% says Amy Winehouse. 32% says Halloween Drunk. 51% says Ness is mess. So I guess we got a name. And the winner is Ness is mess. That's cool. So the winning name for you, Ness, I think they were really nice to you. Your new name is Ness is Mess. There you go. There you go, girl. Mm-mm. Oh, wow. Are you serious? So Tracy's World, they're threatening. Who is threatening you? Did you find out who did it? Did you get like somebody? Did you like hire someone to find out? What are you doing to protect yourself? If it's so, let me know. I don't know. It seems like a lot. Do you want to talk about it real quick, or do you want to wait till October the 27th? Let me know what's going on, Tracy. Tracy says her life has been threatened, her family has been threatened, and they're saying if she doesn't leave YouTube, something's gonna happen. Well, you know what? I'm hoping for safety for you, girl. So the okay. Oh wow. Okay. She said she found all the numbers, the phone numbers and stuff. Okay, girl. All right. That's that on that. Well, I think it's time for me to get off of here. For those who are up there in the clouds, I appreciate you. For those who have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. For those who are in the clouds, also go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. I want to shout out to all the mods who were here. Shout out to all the subscribers who were here. Shout out to all the members. I appreciate you. Shout out to the new subscribers. I appreciate you all. I'm pretty sure we're done hearing about the cruise. I appreciate that, Simply a Queen. I'm pretty sure this is the last time we're going to hear about the meth head over there and the woman over there in San Antonio. I am happy that this challenge happened, albeit it was a shit show. Now we don't have to hear anything about Methiana. We'll be right here talking about the challenges that's going on. Okay, that's what I wanted. That is what I'm interested in. We can talk about the challenge. We're not going to hear about the cruise anymore. So those two are going to be swept out of the way for a while. So here we go. It's all about the shit show that happened last night into this morning. Okay. Ness is a mess. That is your new name. I didn't make it. They voted for it. Okay. That's it. That's all. We're gonna dance out. It's not necessarily drumming that we're gonna go out to. We're gonna dance. Try to do at least one of the dances you see in the video that I'm gonna put up. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. And I will see you when I see you because you know it's on YouTube and we're gonna talk about it. If it's on YouTube, we're gonna talk about it. Okay. If it's on you, Ness, what you did last night, it was so embarrassing. I experienced secondhand embarrassment watching that shit last night. I am not even gonna lie. Second hand embarrassment. You should have focused on your show. You should have respected your platform enough to focus on your show. You should have respected your supporters enough to stay sober. You should have respected the people who took their time out to come and judge your challenge. It was embarrassing. You hear me? Thank you for supporting Strictly Platinum. I appreciate you. Thank you, Byron. Thank you so much. Ness, that was embarrassing. That was really embarrassing. I don't know how you're going to come out of this, but trust and believe the numbers will be there. People are going to come watching you, girl. People are going to come and they're going to watch. And you have to have... she's going to act like nothing happened. That's what she always does. She always does that whenever anything happens. She's gonna come back like nothing happened, especially when she does have like altercations with this heat. They come back to the scenes and they act like nothing happened. They think that because they don't talk about it anymore, we're just supposed to act like it didn't happen. Come back and apologize to the people who you disrespected, Ness, because that was not cool. You hear me? All right, let's see if we could dance out of this place. We're not dancing to the drums. We're trying some Jamaican dances, okay? All right, use the hips. Use that waist. Okay. Remember to subscribe. Remember to hit the like button. And I will see you when I see you. Bye. Bye.